Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review. And I was suggested this movie by Art Vandelay again, and it's the 1980 Roger Corman produced Humanoids of the Deep.
They're coming. Humanoids from the deep.
Now this was directed by a Barbara Peters, which after finished watching this movie I was shocked that this was directed by a woman. But after doing some reading I found out that she refused to put in some of these needless scenes of nudity. So Roger Corman ended up having Jimmy Murakami finish filming these scenes, I guess, with the needless nudity. So this movie is about a small fishing town that's on the verge of having a salmon cannery built in it. And now the town's divided on whether they want it built or whether they don't. And people in the town feel quite passionately about it one way or the other, to the point where they're willing to commit acts of violence in its name. So this company that's gonna build this salmon cannery is also having genetic experiments done so that they can increase the salmon population as well as the size of the salmon. And they end up creating the humanoids of the deep. These creatures that seem to want to kill men, dogs, and rape the women.
Maybe intelligent enough to perceive man as a competitor.
Why the girls?
It's my theory that these creatures are driven to mate with man now.
So the things I liked about this movie is it has a decent amount of gore and nudity in it, and it's all done in good fun. And the creatures in this movie do look pretty goofy, but I thought they were fun to watch. And there's even some parts where they show them with elongated arms, and I thought that was a cool idea. And how goofy they look just added to how much fun it was to watch them get shot. So for the things I didn't like about this movie is I don't think the only thing that really could have made this movie better is if it had even worse acting and writing. I think that would have made this a top-notch monster movie. And I'm not saying that the acting and writing is necessarily good. It's just not laugh out loud, funny, bad writing and acting. Now, I was curious to see why other people may have not have liked this movie, and I ended up finding some pretty funny reviews on IMDb. Okay, so first we have Killing Dogs by the Doofy.
They were killing dogs in this movie and tore out their internal organs. There are no animal abuse disclaimers in the credits. How in the hell could these actors agree to be in this movie? Some people just don't care about what happens as long as they are making a buck. I guess I'm the only one who ever saw this who cared enough to bring attention to it. Let's get this rating down on the movie, folks.
And then next we have This Isn't Camp, This Is Disgusting by Preppy3.
This is a fun movie, but it was all ruined for me by the rape aspect of this picture. There are two sequences where we see screaming nude women being dragged off and raped. It's shown by these disgusting monsters. This isn't funny or horrifying, just sick. When they attack the festival, there are at least 8 shots of the creatures attacking women. Their fate is never shown. For me, I just gave up on the movie when they go after a girl no more than 13. She's saved, by the way. I was lucky enough to hear Roger Corman, who produced this movie, talk a few years ago. He discussed the movie and said he had problems with the director Barbara Peters. She shot graphic scenes of men being killed, but next to nothing of women. Corman asked her why she did that. She said that she was trying to make a point. He said he went in and fixed it and shot the rape scenes. So he's to blame for this. Peters and Turkle have gone on record publicly denouncing Corman for adding those scenes. Can't say I disagree with them.
So my final thoughts on this movie is it's just an all-around fun movie to watch, and it delivers on cheap thrills. These monsters are ripping off women's bikini tops. The gore is actually, I thought, was pretty good considering. There's quite a bit of both. But by the time the movie was over, it left me wanting more, and it kind of left me feeling like a dirty pervert. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, and if you're like me and you haven't seen it, I definitely think it's worth watching. It's just a good time, really. Alright, thanks for the suggestion. I'll see you guys on the next review.